Well, look at us now, 25 years later. One thing led to another. That's all I can say.
Our growth has been a huge accomplishment. And I think it's only the beginning.
Here's chaos, here's our patient, and here's us.
Our founders, Walt and Loie Reiner, started Project Neighbors in 1969.
We were helping people to move out of desperate situations. We had somebody from Brazil, we had families from Guatemala, from south side Chicago. All of a sudden, when we're doing this project in the middle of a hilltop, with the help of a lot of volunteers, we became a hilltop neighborhood house. And in the back end was this little clinic.
People in the neighborhood and the people who needed the services, because they already knew Walt and Loie, that then gave them, I think, a feeling that it was a good and safe place to come.
And those people had always got stopped from any progress because of health care or child care.
And so the idea of creating a free clinic in Valparaiso and figuring out how to do it with almost no resources was an interesting experience.
But when I said that I was going to be working in a free clinic, almost always a person said, why would we need a free clinic in Valparaiso?
There was one doctor in the entire town who would even take Medicaid, let alone uninsured people.
But it blew their mind, because for the first time in their history, something of value and purpose was coming into their neighborhood.
We started out with the child care center in the front and the health clinic in the back.
So things just kind of pieced together. I didn't really know what I was doing. We just had a lot of figuring it out, and experts that we would call would just come and say, here's what you need, and here's what you need to do, and here's a donation.
We knew we had to hire an executive director who would kind of take us into the future.
And then Beth came.
I started in 2002. At that point, I think I was employee number 4.
Beth really took it from that hole in the wall to look at all the potential funding, from state funding for healthcare to federally qualified health center status.
The little clinic in the back became Healthlinc. Then when we became state funded, we had to start taking Medicaid and Medicare. The state of Indiana was getting tobacco settlement money. A lot of states didn't put it in roads, and I'm sure some of that went into roads in Indiana, but they wanted health care. That link with the Indiana Department of Health, it was crucial. At the same time, part of President Bush's initiative to have a health center in the 200 poorest counties in the nation, and LaPorte County was one of them. So we were able to take that little free clinic and apply for the grant, and actually got it in 2007. So that kind of started our expansion. It took 3 years from the time we became a lookalike to we became a full FQHC. The federal government has money to put clinics in underserved areas, and you had to do comprehensive care.
So it was a huge deal to get this.
Then we were able to really start to grow at that point. And so that's how the little clinic in the back became Healthlinc. It started in Valparaiso, and now we have over a dozen clinics across northern Indiana. We serve tens of thousands of patients a year.
We have so many patients that are surprised by the amount of services we offer here at Healthlinc and the wide variety of them.
Medical,
dental, we have behavioral health,
podiatry,
Clinical pharmacy,
chiropractic services, same-day appointments,
midwifery, community health workers,
pediatrics, optical, medical, legal partnerships,
psychiatric services,
obstetrics, paramedicine,
addictions treatment,
minor surgical,
telemedicine,
psychiatry care,
food, shelter, transportation.
So the idea behind our clinic is for patients to be able to come here and get everything that they need in regards to their health care in one place under one roof.
So it was a great success of collaboration.
So when I talk with all my colleagues and other offices, other medical settings are really jealous of all the things that we have.
Thanks to Dr. Carrie Evans, you were amazing. She got me the help that I needed, and I'm pregnant today. So thanks to her, she was, the start of my journey and the start of my health care. So now I see her for everything, and I see vision. So I get all my care in one place, and I think that's so fascinating because you can't find that anywhere.
She always tells everybody when she sees them in the clinic that Healthlinc saved her life.
Somebody who is underinsured or maybe a minority or maybe underprivileged in some way and didn't think the healthcare industry wanted to take care of them. And then we come in and that's who we are to them. And they've just let themselves be sick for so long because they didn't know that there was another option available to them.
We get patients from like an hour and a half plus away just to come here so they can afford their treatment.
I spent those 3 years of addiction, thinking that's what I'm gonna be the rest of my life.
When he showed up, he was going through withdrawal from heroin. We were there for him in his darkest moment.
And that was a big story that I'll remember the rest of my life.
Our very first health fair, there was a family out front. Well, there's food over there. At that point, I said, it's free. And the kid that was the most excited looked at his dad and he said, we can eat dinner tonight.
So it's just been really incredible to say that for 13 years, this little family that we've built here at Healthlinc has really taken care of the community.
They are the front line that make this happen. They're turning lives around in our district.
March of 2020.
It was very, very hard on everyone who worked here.
With COVID, everything happened so quickly, and it was really amazing to see.
We were able to provide COVID testing, not only to our patients, but to the community.
It turned out to be 995 vaccines that we did that day.
COVID has brought us even more recognition. We have had patients tell us that they are transferring here, and a lot of them have transferred here.
People who would never have walked through our doors.
But I tell you, when we started having offices get flowers, when we started having people crying because they were able to finally get a vaccine, when we started to show our peers in what we do, the state and our different health center communities, what we could do, that was a good day.
Yes, we started for those underserved, but I think with healthcare now, everybody's underserved.
I think we need to be trendsetters, which we often are.
For many, many years, the model of healthcare in America has been stagnant.
Our model of care will be the model. We cannot continue the costs of healthcare the way they are today. There's some pockets that what our patient needs, the medical community has not been built to serve that. And so we build that and we respond to it, which makes us, again, very unique.
There's a lot of patients that are just so thankful for having this clinic. And they tell me that they wouldn't get treatment otherwise had this not been here.
The thing I'm most proud of is being part of a team, a very cohesive team that work together to make each day successful for the patients and successful for the mission and vision that we have here at Healthlinc.
We create healthy communities.
And I think it's only the beginning.